Royal Family. It is Wednesday, January 29th, 2020, right? So, Royal Family, I'm sure you all know that Kobe Bryant passed away, as well as his daughter and several other individuals, passengers who were on the plane, passed away on Sunday. And everybody's sharing their commentary, everybody has their opinions and stuff like that, and that's fine. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with having opinions, and things affect people differently all the time, right? Uh my objective is not to try to like capitalize off of this situation. Some people do try to capitalize off of others' misfortunes or fatalities, but that's not my objective. I just wanted to come on. First of all, I had intended on starting to do these lives, but, and this was not the topic of discussion that was scheduled, but, due to circumstances that happened on Sunday, I think it was appropriate to kind of come on and talk and like see what you guys like had to say and kind of get your feedback and just talk, just talk. It's the first live stream kind of. So, I mean, this is not a not it's not a bad topic to discuss per se, right? So, if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Royal B, and this segment on my channel is called the Morning Boogie. So unfortunately, we're not going to be talking about anything exciting per se, but I think it's therapeutic for people to like talk. A lot of people have opinions, a lot of people have theories, a lot of people have feelings. Kobe Bryant meant something to everyone, especially basketball fans. He was loved by his peers, of course, loved and respected by his family, and he impacted a lot of people, influenced a lot of people, a generation of people. A lot of us, depending on our age category, we grew up watching Kobe Bryant achieve great success. So he impacted, a number of people in many different ways. I was just catching up, following up, keeping up to date, I should say, with the goings on with the helicopter crash and investigations and things like that. And recently, they released the photos of the site where the accident happened, and a lot of people are not happy about that. A lot of people, I guess it triggers some people, um, and people are speaking out, and they're just saying like, they could have had respect for the family to not release this. So a lot of people are sharing their opinions, as everyone is entitled to do. But what really, I mean, I didn't dive too deep in the pictures. I'm going to be honest with you, because I just don't want to see that. It's a tragedy, obviously, right? But I don't want to see any pictures from from this accident, this crash, this situation. I don't, honestly, I don't. I did read articles. I have been reading different news sources and just kind of staying up to date on what's going on with the situation. What I was able to see though is Shaquille O'Neal. He recently talked about or shared his feelings about the passing of his little brother, as he referred to him. And this was on a special TNT pregame show. This was on Tuesday, and let me tell you something. Seeing Shaq break down the way that he did, oh, that was heavy. That was really, really heavy. He just, saying that he hasn't felt pain like this sharp in a long while, and he recently lost his sister. So Shaquille O'Neal's sister recently passed away, and initially, when he heard about the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, as well as the other passengers on the helicopter, he said that he didn't believe it right away. He said that he initially did not believe it. So he gave a very emotional statement, and just seeing him break down, and he just says that he's just been an emotional wreck. And he struggled with words, to come up with words to even express himself. And he said that he came to the realization that he needs to speak to the people that he cares about more. And he just says that he works the people that he works with, the fellas that he works with on TNT, and that he doesn't really talk to them as often as he could. He should make a greater effort to speak to people, to just kind of see how people are doing, check on people, because this situation that happened with his sister passing and now Kobe Bryant passing just totally shocked him. And sometimes when a loved one, for anyone, family member, coworker, someone that we respect, when a loved one passes, or someone that we respect or care about or admire passes, sometimes it's like sudden. It's like we don't see it coming, even though we know that death is inevitable. And people say the same thing, it was his time, or it was her time, was their time. Still, it's death hits everyone differently. So, again, this was not going to be the initial topic for the morning show segment, but like I said, I think it made sense to just come on and talk about it. And as you enter in the room, just make sure you're hitting the like button. Drop your comments down. I like interacting with you guys. The channel is growing, and I have come into contact with some good people who are very logical, witty, smart, royal family. So we're growing. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't do like an official video or commentary about this. So I wanted to do a live and see what your thoughts were regarding the matter. But if you haven't checked out what Shaq said, I mean, you can just type in Shaquille O'Neal and you can actually see the video. And I think it's necessary for us to grieve, and for us to see people expressing their emotions. I think it's important for us to be there for one another. I think it's important for us to be comfortable enough to express our emotions to one another, because walking around acting like everything is okay and everything's supposed to be okay all the time, it's unrealistic. It's okay not to be okay, and grieving is important. And again, going back to Shaquille O'Neal, he says that it's just sad because he's not going to be able to joke around with his friend when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, joking around about, how many championships they won, how many championships they could have won together, because they had a very good career together. And they built this camaraderie, this brotherhood, this respect for one another. And, there was a time where they didn't get along. Not that they didn't get along, but there was a little static in their little, friendship. But they showed respect to each other, and what they did together as far as their professional relationship, on the court when Shaq played with the Lakers, was phenomenal. It was groundbreaking. It was motivating. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I do love basketball. I've always loved basketball, and I do follow the players. Yeah, for the love of the game, but also for the hard work, the work ethic, the dedication, the motivation that these players, these men display. Their life stories. Like, I like hearing about their backgrounds, where they come from, what inspires them. So, and we all know that Kobe Bryant's work ethic was just phenomenal, and he impacted a lot of people around him. And the one thing that I can say about Kobe Bryant, I can say many, but as far as his NBA career, is he made the people around him better, right? Like, he made his teammates better. He was a real team player. So I can only imagine the type of friend, husband, father that he was, So again, I mean, it's like I said, it's important for us to just talk about stuff like this, like, things affect people differently. So there's nothing wrong with talking about this. There's nothing wrong with sharing your opinions. I know that a lot of people are upset about the fact that the photos have been released. People were upset that TMZ actually reported on this, and it's being rumored that the family didn't know before TMZ reported this. Do I believe that? It's possible. It's just possible. Anything's possible with these news outlets. So they're still going to be doing investigations. And they said that there was no black box in the helicopter. To my understanding, I thought that that was only a requirement for airplanes. Um, but they did say that they found iPads. I guess that's what the pilot was using for communication of some sort, and also to look up the weather or to stay up to date with the weather. So yeah, it wasn't required. This particular aircraft that he was in, the helicopter, was not required to have a black box. Again, there were iPads on board, which was used by the pilot for in-flight updates and weather information. So yes, they're going to be collecting materials from the crash. So it's going to take several days. Most likely, they'll not have an exact cause of the accident for a couple of weeks. There was a press conference that was given. I think it was yesterday, and I was just like tuning in and out. So I don't know. None of it really made sense. So I kind of tuned it out. But um, right now, they're just saying that it's the weather. That's the only thing that they're looking into. Um, they want the public to send in pictures. The LA County Sheriff's Department, they issued a warning, basically warning people who are attempting to access the crash site that it will be a crime. So entering the crash site will definitely be a crime. If you're caught trespassing, you're going to jail. You're getting locked up. It's a no-fly zone. They said that members of the public, the LA Sheriff's Department said that members of the public were attempting to climb into the area, and they have officers like nearby on horseback to keep people away. So I'm assuming that these are like media people probably, or people. Now that to me is the definition of a clout chaser, right? Like not only is it disrespectful, it's degrading and it's deplorable. Like you're attempting to climb into the crash site to take pictures to try to sell to the highest bidder. That, yeah, that should definitely be a crime. So they're just keeping people away from the area, keeping people away from the site. So yeah, but like I said, you know I don't know. Good morning, sweet black. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully you're enjoying the commentary. I'm just coming on here just to kind of like share my thoughts about what's been going on as far as Kobe Bryant is concerned. I haven't even been uploading any videos because I don't know. It just made me feel a way. I don't even know how to put it into exact words. It just made me feel a way. I felt sad. I felt confused. And of course, this is not about me. I'm just saying how I felt. And it just made me say to myself, man, these children have to see their sister and their father be buried. These other families have to see their loved one be buried. His wife, Vanessa, has to bury not only her husband, but her child. It's a lot. It was really heavy. And I did see it on Twitter. I did see on Twitter when it was posted. I happened to be scrolling on Twitter and I seen TMZ report it. And automatically, I didn't think it was true because TMZ has been known to report and retract stories. So I was like, nah. Then about a half an hour later, when I saw other media outlets reporting on it, I still was skeptical. And then it started to like pick up buzz. And I just said, my goodness, can you believe that? So I don't know, y'all. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully the family can get some answers. I think they should be notified first before the public because I mean, we're not required an explanation of anything. I mean, if anyone, it's his family first, but if you're just joining, I'm just briefly touching on the recent passing of Kobe Bryant. and also talking about Shaq giving his commentary and him breaking down on TNT, the pregame show that they had on Tuesday. And Shaq was getting very, very, very emotional, rightfully so, because and he and Kobe Bryant, they worked together. So I was just coming on to talk. Good morning, those of you who are entering the room. Lady K Vlogs, good morning, good morning. Sweet Black, good morning. So I did not intend to start my morning show segment that I'm doing on the channel talking about this, but hey, it is what it is. So again, if you just joining, make sure you hit the like button on the way in, drop a comment, share your thoughts. I love hearing opinions and feedback. I do think that we need to talk about things like this, especially in the Black community. We do need to be there for one another whenever a tragedy like this happens. And I see people on social media saying it's not that serious. Well, speak for yourself. You never know what someone means to you, even if you haven't met them. Someone can still impact your life, even if you've never stood or sat in the same room as that person or been in the physical presence of that person. So obviously, a lot of people were impacted by this, and I do like hearing people share their experiences, their testimony. You see a lot of people on Facebook talking about how Kobe Bryant's career impacted them or motivated them, and that's why it's important to, when you're a public figure, you not only have to live your life for yourself, but you also have to be an example for your family, for your children, if you have children. But you never know who's watching, and that's a lot of pressure. You never know who is watching, and you never know whose life you can change just in one simple speech, conversation, game. You just never know. So it's a beautiful thing for you to have that much of an influence, and there's millions of people who have never met Kobe Bryant, and he impacted their lives, in some shape, form, or fashion. It's a beautiful thing to see. But again, you have those people who have their opinions and, oh, it's not that serious. People die every day. Yeah, people do die every day. And any day, our number can be called. So that's why it's important for you to, just live the best life possible and try your best to not only encourage yourself, but encourage others. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know it sounds sappy and corny, but I'm addicted to motivation, if that makes sense. Like I love hearing stories of triumph. I love hearing stories of people overcoming. Um, I love hearing stories like just motivational quotes, anything that gets someone over, or keeps someone going, because this life that we live is not easy. Like just some of the things that you see on social media, some of the things that you see on the internet can trigger people and put people in a state of depression. So, it's crazy. It's just so crazy. So yeah, this is the topic of the first ever morning boogie with She Royal B. I definitely appreciate all of you guys who have given your feedback, who have subscribed to the channel, who have shared your stories in previous videos. I mostly do commentary and reviews, TV shows and commentary on social topics, but I wanted to incorporate a morning show. Well, this is something that's been in the works for 2 years. This this idea was created 2 years ago, and I said to myself, "Man, I don't even want to record. I don't even want to, like, this is it's just a heavy time right now." And I'm definitely trying to be sensitive to other people's feelings, because there are people who are trying to, I don't know, capitalize, I guess, off of this, and just, I don't know. I just want it to be as authentic as possible. So there's no script. There's no notes. I'm just off the cusp and just talking from a place of authenticity, right? So Sunday was a rough day. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know for sure Sunday was a very rough day for the Bryant family. But it was a rough day for everybody around the world. Even if you somehow didn't know who Kobe Bryant was, just to hear about a fatal situation that claimed the lives of father and daughter, mother and daughter, parents and their children, and other individuals on the helicopter. It's just sad. It's just sad, and it came straight out of left field. So, so I mean, for the first show, not necessarily a bad topic. Like I said, just wanted to come on here. Going forward, hopefully you guys who are subscribed have your notifications on, because again, the morning boogie with She Royal B is something that I plan on, God willing, doing every morning during the week, something to kind of get you started in the morning. I know there's lots of morning shows. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, Royal B, and I appreciate every single one of you. So I didn't want to keep this stream too long, but I'm liking this StreamYard, guys. I don't know if you guys use this, but this is pretty dope. So I was like kind of in the lab, in the office. I have a separate space designated for all my gadgets and gadgets and technical stuff and where I film and stuff like that. So I was in the lab, as I like to call it, and just playing around with a lot of this streaming stuff and seeing what's what. This camera on this computer is not the greatest. This is a default camera I'm using on my computer. Not the greatest. So that's why I'm not, you don't see my face, but you can check out any one of my other videos and you can see. So this is more like a radio show style video, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, this is pretty dope. This is pretty cool. Thank you for the 2 people who dropped a comment. The 2 beautiful queens, Lady K Vlogs and Sweet Black. Appreciate you. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. We definitely would love to have you here in the royal family. So, Kobe Bryant, may he rest in peace, and may his daughter Gigi rest in peace as well. And we're also sending thoughts and positive vibes and positive energy to the families, all of the families who lost their loved ones on the helicopter. So I just don't want to hear any more negativity. I don't want to hear any more. And I guess I have to stay off of social media because every time I like open Twitter or open Facebook or just, any news site, it's just now the story's being turned around, and this man who is a hero to many is now being vilified. They're attempting to vilify, and that, I don't know if it's triggering me. I don't know if that's triggering me or if it's just ticking me off. The man hasn't even been gone, for several days, and it's just like we're already starting with the BS. We're already starting with the foolishness, so I don't know. I may have to stay off a little longer, y'all. So I mean, I tried. I have my videos planned out. I'll try to see if I can upload. I know I'm behind, but this situation is just seeing what the media is spinning and turning this into. It's disgusting. Honestly, that's truly how I feel, and I just don't even. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know. Shout out to the 2 people in the chat. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I don't want to just sit on here and ramble. Like I said, this is a new segment here on the channel, The Morning Boogie with She Royal B. Every morning, as far as time is concerned, usually between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, maybe. That's usually the time that people are driving on their way to work. You drop the kids off to school. And for those who are on the West Coast Pacific time, that's what, 6:30, 7 o'clock your time. So I'm taking that into consideration. So hopefully you will join me tomorrow. Make sure, like I said, make sure your notifications are on. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, make sure that the bell is set to all so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. So I'm going to be in the lab all day. So those of you who are rewatching this live, be sure to drop a comment in the comment section. I am very responsive. So I definitely will reply. Leave a respectful comment as always. And I will see you back tomorrow morning. Same royal time, same royal channel. Again, those of you who joined the live today, thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated and it doesn't go unnoticed. So this concludes the first live ever. The morning boogie with She Royal B. So let's make this a thing. I want to hear your feedback also. So get down in the comments section, Royal Family. So I am signing off, but until next time, peace.